Welcome back, everyone, to the holiday brunch episode of Seasoned by Sydney. So today's episode is going to be a little different. It is going to be very point of view. I'm making you brunch. Many of you will never have this opportunity in real life, but you are going to get an amazing recipe that all your pushy relatives are going to love, and it requires very minimal effort. So the scenario goes, you call me and tell me you're in town for the holidays and say you'd love to get brunch tomorrow. And me being the nice, generous person I am, I say that I'll cook brunch. Immediately after getting off the phone with you, I regret my decision because I realize that means I'm gonna have to wake up early to prep brunch. And I don't want to do that. But have no fear, breakfast overnight Strata is here. This is one of my favorite recipes because it takes very little effort. It's so delicious, it's so good, and it's so easy. And you can make it the night before, you pop it in the oven the next day, everyone's impressed like you've been in the kitchen for hours, but you're drinking cranberry mimosas.
Y'all ever had this? Doing it? I'm about to try it.
Let's go. So let's get into it.
So you're going to want to start with a nice crusty bread, something like a baguette or an Italian bread, and we're going to cut it into some nice thick cubes. You want it to be like a medium to large size cube, pretty substantial in your dish. Definitely don't want to cut it into tiny little pieces, and you definitely don't want to use a sandwich bread for this. We want like a nice crusty loaf. And we're just going to set that aside. So spray a pan and heat it at medium-high heat. And we're going to throw our pork sausage right in there. You can definitely use turkey sausage if you want. And we're just going to break it up and brown it until there's no more pink left. Then we can go ahead and set this aside. Now I'm going to grate up some sharp white cheddar. You can definitely use the already grated kind if you want, but I always keep a block of cheese. And this is about 3 cups. So I'm going to mix my sausage with my crusty bread, get all the fattiness in there, get all that crusty from the bottom of the pan. That's all the flavor. We're not counting calories here, so relax. We're just going to stir this all up and let the bread absorb the fat from the sausage. We're going to add half of our cheese in and stir it up, get it nice and combined. Now we're going to get our eggs together. So go ahead and crack your eggs in a bowl. I'm using unsweetened oat milk. You can use whatever type of milk you like, just make sure it's unsweetened. I'm seasoning with some salt and garlic powder, oregano, crushed red pepper, and ground black pepper. And I'm just going to whisk this until it's all combined. Now I'm going to add some fresh kale to my mixture and just start layering it in my sprayed pan. I'm going to put some cherry tomatoes on that I sliced in half earlier. And then I'm going to layer the rest of the mixture on top of this. Don't forget these last few. And now this is the best part, where you pour that delicious egg mixture all over, making sure all the bread is covered and soaked, and you're making this delicious, savory bread pudding, essentially. And we're just going to press everything down so the bread absorbs all the liquid. Then we're going to add the remainder of our cheese. And just cover it with some foil. And we will see this tomorrow morning.
So I baked the strata for about an hour and 15 minutes on 375, and I left the foil on top until the last 15 minutes, and I took the foil off and let it get all nice and crispy on the top, like you see. Yes, look at the layers. Got those tomatoes in there, sausage in there. If somebody made this for me for brunch, I know I'd be excited. And you know, it looks like it took some effort. It looks like they were like really planning on you being here. But little do they know, it's easy peasy lemon squeezy. So I'm gonna dig in, guys. Oh man. You see it steaming. Can you see the steam? This is amazing. It's bread, it's sausage, it's the spices. Like, this is seasoned, y'all. Like, this is really seasoned by Sydney. Like, the tomatoes add a nice sweetness, that crispity, crunchy bread on the top. You got cheese in there. Your relatives are really gonna think you did something. So grab the full recipe in the description and whip this up the next time you have guests or the next time you want to fire brunch, and pour your cranberry mimosa and get it in. Make sure to like and subscribe, of course, if you love me, and check out my other holiday videos on my playlist called Healthy Holidays, and I'll see you guys next time.